Hello and welcome to the Abundology podcast. My name is Renee Spears and I'm a spirit guide channeler and spiritual life and business mentor, and I help people be happy and attract more money, love, time, and joy in their lives. I'm coming to you on Christmas morning from beautiful Bozeman, Montana, and this is the weekly energy update for the week of December 25th, 2022. Every Sunday, I talk about how the energy is going to be for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And yes, I am recording this on Christmas morning. My plan was to record it yesterday, but my son Tice is here visiting, and we were busy with the important stuff, like playing Scrabble and doing puzzles. So the fabulous news is that this week is one of those weeks we dream about, when all we have to do is rest, take it easy, take a break. So the winter solstice last week and a new moon in Capricorn last Friday were all about ending the 2022 chapter and preparing for 2023. And we talked all about new beginnings last week. So the new moon acted as a doorway to peer into our next venture. And we're sitting at the transition point of a new year, new energy, and a new chapter of our lives. We're putting the past behind us, and we're cleansing our lives so we can completely lean into our best selves in 2023. So this is our opportunity to sit down with our intentions, our goals, and our dreams for the year ahead. But notice, I didn't say that this was the time to take action yet, because it isn't. This week on Wednesday the 28th, we have the final Mercury Retrograde of the year, which takes place in the sign of Capricorn. So Mercury is the planet of communication and our thought processes. So when it stations retrograde, we tend to feel a little foggy and confused, and we can have a harder time articulating how we feel. So this, though, it's only to challenge us to shift outdated thought patterns and to get clearer on what we really wish to think and communicate. And as you know, Mercury also rules over travel and electronics, so we can experience some issues in those areas too. So right now we're in the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. So the energy's already here, and we can see that with all the flights canceled and delayed this holiday season. So many people fear Mercury retrograde, but it's important to honor it as a natural rhythm and cycle of the universe. Mercury is known as the messenger of the gods, and usually when we experience mix-ups and mishaps while it's in retrograde, it very well could be a higher message for us. So once Mercury goes direct again, which happens on January 18th, clarity will follow. We'll figure out all this stuff and be clear at that time. There's no need to figure it out right now. We're in the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde and then fully in the energy on Wednesday. So this, along with Mars retrograde that's also happening right now, prompts us to slow the F down and mentally detach. This is lazy Christmas time. In fact, this entire week will be lazy. So in the 2023 astrology podcast that I recorded with Deborah Norton last week, she talks about Mars being our engine, our get up and go. And when it's retrograde like it is right now, we feel sluggish. So this week we're getting an opportunity to fully relax. Deb also said that we have 3 months of no planets that retrograde next year, starting in January 23rd until April 17th. So that means we are full speed ahead starting the 3rd week of January. So I'm giving you permission to use this time to rest, to recharge, and take a mental break. Yeah, you can let your intentions for 2023 start to roll around in your brain. Let your word for next year start to roll around in your brain. But there's no need to take action. Now, 2023 is a 7 universal year, which we'll talk about in depth, as well as your personal years next week. But the energy of the 7 is all about diving inward. Its focus is on spiritual and personal growth and evolution. And after giving so generously during 2022's 6 universal year, we're feeling slightly fatigued and energetically spent. So this is the perfect week to just relax and enjoy being alive. So this podcast is a little short today because I'm taking my own advice and enjoying the day. So happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. please allow yourself some much deserved downtime this week. And also today, Sunday, is the last day of my 50% off gift certificate sale. This is also the last week to save 10% on my Montana spiritual retreats in 2023. 2023 is a perfect year for a retreat or sabbatical, since this year is about spiritual growth and awakening. And finally, right now, my astrology Abundology package is also on sale. You get an hour astrology reading with Deborah Norton and an hour spirit guide channeling session with me for only $200. This is the perfect way to prepare for 2023. So enjoy this slow, restful week. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you again next week with a full podcast on the numerology of 2023.